The story of kebab begins with the Turkic nomads of Central Asia, who relied on meat as their primary food source. These skilled horsemen roasted skewered meat over open fires, a practical method that preserved nutrients and flavor. Their portable lifestyle shaped early kebab traditions, using simple ingredients like lamb and minimal spices. Archaeological evidence suggests this practice dates back to the 10th century, laying the foundation for a culinary legacy that would traverse continents along the Silk Road. The Silk Road wasn't just a trade route for goods, it was a conduit for culinary innovation. Spices like cumin, sumac, and saffron traveled thousands of miles, transforming local cuisines. Caravanserais, bustling hubs along the route, became melting pots where nomads and merchants exchanged cooking techniques. By the 12th century, these interactions had enriched the simple skewered meat of the steppes with complex flavors, forever altering the trajectory of kebab's evolution. Metalworking advancements along the Silk Road gave rise to the iconic Şiş Kebab. Nomads, inspired by their swords, began forging long, flat skewers that cooked meat evenly. These durable tools allowed for larger cuts and more efficient roasting, a stark contrast to earlier wooden skewers. Historical accounts from 11th century Persia describe soldiers grilling meat on their swords during campaigns, blending practicality with culinary ingenuity. This innovation marked kebab's transition from survival food to a crafted dish. As the Seljuk Empire flourished in the 12th century, kebab entered urban kitchens. Cities like Konya refined the nomadic dish, introducing vertical spits and dedicated kebab houses. Manuscripts from this era describe elaborate meat preparations, showcasing the influence of Persian culinary arts. Cooks began using minced meat, a departure from the nomads' chunkier cuts, allowing for more delicate textures. This period laid the groundwork for kebabs as both street food and celebratory fare. Persian culinary traditions revolutionized kebab through marinades. Yogurt-based mixtures, infused with garlic and saffron, tenderized tougher cuts of meat while adding depth of flavor. Historical records from 13th century Shiraz detail marinades containing pomegranate molasses and walnuts, ingredients that traveled via the Silk Road. These innovations transformed kebab from straightforward roasted meat to a nuanced dish where preparation became as important as cooking technique. The concept of rotating meat emerged from Seljuk military ingenuity. During long campaigns, soldiers skewered entire lambs horizontally between two spears, roasting them over campfires. This method, documented in 14th century Ottoman manuscripts, ensured even cooking for large groups. The horizontal rotation required constant attention, with junior soldiers tasked with turning the spit, a practice that would evolve into today's automated doner machines centuries later. The introduction of chili peppers via the Silk Road sparked a culinary revolution in southern Anatolia. By the 15th century, Adana's chefs were hand-mincing lamb with local isot peppers, creating a kebab so distinctive it bore the city's name. Unlike other regions that used ground meat, Adana's version maintained a coarse texture, allowing the fat to render perfectly over charcoal. This innovation showcased how global ingredients could inspire hyper-local specialties. Ottoman palace kitchens elevated kebab to an art form. Detailed kitchen registers from Topkapi Palace list over a dozen specialized kebab chefs, each mastering specific varieties. The wealthy enjoyed delicate versions like ciğer şiş, liver kebab, with cinnamon, while kulbasta, thin slices grilled between hot metal plates, showcased technical precision. This era standardized recipes that would spread across 3 continents, cementing kebab's place in haute cuisine. 15th century Istanbul saw the commercialization of vertical rotisserie. Street vendors adapted the military's horizontal spit into a vertical tower, allowing fat to baste the meat naturally. Contemporary accounts describe these early doner stands near the Grand Bazaar, where cooks shaved crispy outer layers onto flatbreads. This innovation made quality meat affordable to the masses, creating a template for fast food that would globalize centuries later. The marriage of kebab and flatbread emerged from urban practicality. Bakers near kebab stalls created thinner lavash that could wrap around meat without overpowering it. Tax records from 16th century Aleppo show bakeries and kebab shops clustering together, a symbiotic relationship that continues today. This pairing wasn't just practical, it balanced textures and temperatures, with warm bread softening crisp meat edges, creating a portable meal that fueled bustling cities. Kebab found its social home in Ottoman coffeehouses. These 16th century establishments, documented in European travelogues, served skewers alongside thick Turkish coffee. Patrons would debate politics while sharing mixed platters, a tradition that turned eating into a communal experience. The menu boards of historic kavahanes show how kebabs diversified to include vegetable versions, accommodating the rise of vegetarianism among certain Sufi orders. As the Ottoman Empire expanded, kebabs morphed to reflect local ecologies. Urfa's version used isop peppers sun-dried in grape molasses, while coastal towns added seafood. Tax records reveal how cities took pride in their distinct recipes: Aleppo's cherry kebabs, Damascus apricot-glazed variants. This diversification showcased the adaptability of the basic kebab concept, allowing it to thrive from the Balkans to North Africa while maintaining a recognizable core identity. Sufi lodges incorporated kebabs into spiritual practices. The Mevlevi order's sema ceremonies often concluded with communal kebab meals, symbolizing unity. Manuscripts describe special zakir kebabs, modest portions meant to sustain without gluttony during all-night dika sessions. This sacred connection elevated kebab beyond sustenance, embedding it in rituals that blended gastronomy and metaphysics across Anatolia and Persia. By the 17th century, kebab had become a diplomatic tool. Ottoman ambassadors introduced elaborate kebab banquets to European courts, documented in Venetian archives. These events showcased the empire's culinary sophistication, with gold-leafed skewers and exotic spice blends. Meanwhile, palace kitchens developed testi kebab, meat slow-cooked in sealed clay pots, demonstrating how the humble dish continued evolving even at the highest echelons of society. From 19th century immigrant communities to today's global fast food, kebab's journey mirrors human migration patterns. German tax records from 1970 show the first doner kebab stands in Berlin, adapted to local tastes with salads and sauces. Yet contemporary DNA studies of sheep breeds reveal an unbroken link to those first Central Asian herds, a testament to how kebab carries history in every bite, evolving while staying rooted in its nomadic origins.